everyone, and it has been a very long time, but yeah, welcome back to Bruteforce. And as you have already seen the thumbnail, I guess this video is about GATE because we have very limited number of days for GATE 2026. And I know it has been some time, but let's not go into those details anymore. Let's quickly go into our topic because for us, the exam is very important and we don't have a lot of time. Okay. Yeah, so the theme is very simple. 5 days, 5 tips, most crucial. And the tips are not extremely random. I've been receiving a lot of questions, a lot of doubts and suggestions people are asking from. So I summarize them and let's talk about the most important few one. Okay. Okay, so there's the first one. It says whether they want or they should revise any particular topic or go with the flow in the last week. Okay, so at this stage, revision is the most important thing. I think I also have a question about learning new things. Let's go into that later. But for revision, yes, it is the most important thing. But how will you revise actually? So when 5 or like 6, 7 days left, it's not ideal that I will ask you go through everything, every details, you know, the whole syllabus. That's not possible. But you have been appearing on the mock tests, so you are pretty aware ki what is the whole syllabus and which all things in which parts you are most confident, your strong areas, and that's fine. The strong areas won't need that much of work, but by now, I think you should have already realized which are your weak zones, where you keep fumbling, keep getting some MCQs wrong, keep forgetting. You need to go back. Those are the parts. Go back to those. Emphasis on those things and revise in a way which is very time efficient and will help you to just quickly, don't let it go out of touch. That's it, just quickly. This is that okay, so that those things are in your reflex. Those are the most important ones. Okay. Okay, next question. How many full length mock tests should I attempt? Okay, this is a very generic question. It depends on person to person. I won't suggest anything particularly because it depends on you. What I did back in my time was that I had a very basic rule that every time I appear on a 3 hour mock test, there should be 2 or 3 hours to also practice. Analyze things I got wrong, also analyze the things I got right, whether I thought correctly. Okay, so yeah, I attempted mock test every alternative day until the weekend. So Saturday was my exam. The last test I attempted was Thursday. Friday, nothing. So yeah, 5 days left. One or two tests can be fine, but if you feel pressurized, looking at the results and everything, there is no need to hurry or no need to absolutely put it yourself under duress. Okay, so it depends on you, but one or two mock tests is not that bad. We'll keep you in touch and we'll keep reminding things that you again quickly maybe you need to go through. So a few, not too much, not 5 tests in 5 days. I will never suggest that. Okay. All right. Uh, okay. Next one. What should I do if my mock test results are pretty bad? I do have a story to tell about it. So let's tackle it at the end. That will be much better. Okay. Should I learn anything new? My syllabus is not absolutely complete. Should I learn anything new? Okay. That's a good question. This person says that their syllabus is not absolutely complete, but it is doubt. It is not absolutely clear that how much is left. Okay, if you're saying that, so let's take for example, let's take for operating systems. You're saying that okay, I haven't completed memory management. Memory management is a vast domain. It may take, like, even if you try your hardest, it may take 1 or 2 days, and then just reading it is not enough, right? You need to practice, you need to go through MCQs, you need to be able to score marks into that takes time. It is not the time to go into that big of a uh, uh, module. Okay, if your concern is that, don't go into that. Make sure, to secure a very good rank in GATE exam or go into top tier institutes, you don't need to score 100 out of 100. Okay, make yourself comfortable with the fact you don't need to score that much. Okay, even if you score that depends on the exam pattern and the questions of that year, the paper of the year, but 75 to 80 is a good score, right? So you don't need that much of things. Understand that. So if that big of a module is not complete, forget that. Which you have done, make sure you'll score the utmost marks from that. Okay. But if we are talking about very small domains, like this particular theory is left, go ahead, finish it. Right. Okay. What should be my exam strategy and how do you control your pressure? Okay, so what should be my exam strategy and how do I control my pressure? Exam strategy is nothing very generic. I cannot say that this should be your exam. This should be up to you, right? You have attempted the mock test. You are aware of your game plan, how you control your pressure. So it should be your own strategy. And always the tagline that you should remember: strategies do change. Make yourself adaptable towards the situation. Okay, so sorry. I'll tell you a quick story. So, um, I was not very comfortable in computer networks back then when I was attempting GATE. And then on the exam day in my year, when I opened my paper, set B was that in the technical section, first question networks, it was from IP addresses. So, fine, I was still able to do that. Second one, third one, fourth one, no, I couldn't do it. And I was in a very deep pressure. I was in a very pressurizing situation under so much of duress. And at that very moment, things could have flipped, but you need to change your strategies, right? So I quickly went to doing the aptitude, which was my plan at the end, but let's do the aptitude. I attempted 5 questions in aptitude, just 5 quickly, 5 done. Things look good. It's not that I'm totally out of control. Then I went to the, not all the aptitude section, went to the technical and started at the middle, random. I picked the question number 37 and I started solving. It was good, 38, 39, 8. And I went till the end and then started from uh, after the computer networks part till 36. So, yeah, strategies do change. Make yourself adaptable. That will help. And that is the way you should control your pressure. You have prepared. Be confident about it. You have prepared. You have worked for it. So, and there are more than one ways to crack it for any challenge in life. There are more than one ways. So, look for the other ways, right? And the that question about what should I do if the mock test scores are failing. So okay, so this is also one story that um, concerns me. When I started, I actually didn't at the very beginning of my mock test I used to have very good score, but by the end, in January especially, I was making so many silly mistakes. I remember that I made so many silly mistakes and things were falling. At some point, probably in January middle or something, I in one test I got 55. That was shattering, and it was full of silly mistakes. But that's not a bad thing because at the end, in the final gate result, I got no MCQs incorrect. Not talking about the numericals or MSQs, but for MCQs, I had zero negative marks. Even in my sheet, there is this like minus negative zero. So when you are making mistakes, you are actually learning. So believe in the process. Believe in the process when you are working that if your scores are falling, you are learning something at least from it. And make sure that you won't repeat those mistakes. And if your scores are bad in mock test, doesn't mean inevitably that the end result will be bad. It never means that. I myself am is an example, and I've seen some seniors and some other um, intellectual people also there who had pretty bad mock test scores at some point and nailed it at the end, much better than me. So yeah, those are not full stories. So believe in yourself. It's 5 more days, and all the best, guys.